Okay, so it's like a little bit, we've done a warm up, but if any of just joining you now, we did a couple of straight back folding forward. So if you have some time to stretch, you can hold onto your windowsill in the chair. And then when you're reaching forward, shoulders away, bringing the ribs up, engaging to the tummy and sending the tailbone out. We did this with Pomfret a couple of times. And maybe about 2-3 times. It really helps to lengthen the spine. And then with a couple of hill rises as well, just getting with the arms and the legs. So this was our little warm up. And then we did a couple of forward rolls when we're just going down here. So this is so far what we've done. So again, just nice and slowly peeling away and peeling back down. Okay, so from here, we're gonna do a tiny little leg work, like a foot series, which is, even in standing, it really helps the pelvic floor control. So from here, hip width apart, we're going up to tiptoe, bending the knees, and you see these wobbly knees. Sometimes nice if you put the ball between the knees, lifting up to tiptoe, bending the knees, pushing the heel down, going up, bend, down, stand up, bend, lift, roll, and down, bringing the arms down, lift, up, down, bend, lift, up, down, bend, lift, up, down, and we're going to change direction, going up, bend the knees, roll the heel down, and up, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Remember, don't hold your breath, just go through the movement, exhale, inhale, well done. One more to go. And then we're going to do just a hold, bending the knees, lifting the heels. And then we can put the hands into praying position or down. Just hold a little bit. Ooh. Find your balance. And we're going to do up and down with the heels, going down and up. When you do this exercise, see if you can lift again from the pelvic floor, front, middle, and back, gently drawing towards each other, and up. Exhale and inhale. Good. Or it's just joining. Exhale and inhale. Do 2 more. Well done. And then we're going back down. Good. Pop your hands on your knees. Push the heel down and give yourself some curl and arm curl. Tucking it under and then back in. Exhale and inhale. Well done. And then we're going to come back up. We're going up into the same position where we were, and we're going to do some pelvic tilt, slightly more challenging than we usually. So we're going up to tiptoe, going to bend our knees, and see if we can tuck it forward, middle and back. Feel free to hold onto something, or you have a soft mat like me, just come off from them and go stand on something more stable. So tucking it under and back. Exhale and inhale. Well done. And roll the heel and stand back up. Good. Now from here, find your neutral back. Step 1 step forward, and we're going into a forward roll. Just a bit of stretch onto the legs. Coming lean forward. Try to square your hips. And then we're going to step 1 more forward, exactly the same, just onto the other side. Step forward, keeping the hips nice and squared. Well done. And then once you're ready, just gently come back up. Well done. Hello, are you okay? Good, good, good. Now we're gonna go for a little bit of an arabesque. So stepping 1 step forward, and the front leg gonna be slightly bent. So we're not locking it, keeping a little bit bent. And the hips coming forward, it's forward facing both of the hips. And we're gonna do a tiny little bend forward, saying this tailbone sending out, and then the head just going nice and elongated. So it's not dropping down, going up like an airplane. You're gonna lift the back leg, straight back leg, pointing the toes, reaching away. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. And look, you don't need to lift high. Even this little is good. And we're going a little press up on the legs, a little press, 1 on the front, 2, 3, ooh, find your balance. And I wanted to look at you, 4, 5, and 1 more, and 6. Well done. See, hopefully you felt in your bum a little bit. We're gonna repeat onto the other side. Sorry. It's warm here now. So we're gonna switch to the other side. So the watch point here is the hip bones, 2 hip bones facing forward and tilting forward. Shoulders back, neck is long, and soften this locked knee. Good. You hopefully feel some kind of engagement from the lower abdominal by now or pelvic floor. And then just reach the pointy toes and really tiny lift. Even you just hold it, even if the balance is just there, just see the hip doesn't twist out. Hold it there and lift and lower, lift and lower. Find your balance, use that glute, lift from your hip. And 2 more, well done. So don't lift too high, reach, point with your toes away. And once we're done from here, lift the leg just tiny bit and we're gonna bend and stretch. Bend and stretch. Bend and stretch, and really start feeling in your bum onto the side. Working on there. Good. And once you're done your 6, just come back gently up and wiggle, wiggle, move around. Open your legs and go down into a kind of a nice position of you bending your knees. Your knees are facing out and kind of level with the second, third toes. You're gonna lift one arm up and we're going to do this nice gentle bending and then coming up in the middle and switching side on the other side, working onto the side and the shoulder and the neck alignment. Nice and gentle. You could do 4 at the front, and there is a variation when you can do 4 at the back. The lower arm goes behind the back. It goes differently onto your back and on your shoulders. I thought you would enjoy this. Exhale and inhale. So you could do 4 into the back, and then you can make any kind of changes. You could do 1 at the front, see the difference, and 1 at the back, and again, going on to the side, and we're gonna come back up in the middle. Good, well done. Let's go down to 4-point kneeling. So I'm just gonna change the mat to this position. You see me probably better. Coming down to 4-point kneeling, rolling forward. If you are coming to this way, feel free to give a little heel lift. And then we're working on opening again the back. And then this time, push the hips out a bit to each direction. 1 to the right, as the bending the knee, pushing the hip out. Get some range from there. And then just shift, 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 and shift. And we're gonna slowly going down, bending the knees, and come to 4-point kneeling. Now, if your wrists are hurting, just maybe move the hands a little bit away. So it's definitely not this kind of pressure I'm gonna practice. We're gonna push the hands a little bit further away, so it's less and less pressure. You could go into your fist or forearms, and the other option is using the ball, okay? But we're all gonna do a little bit the hands away from the shoulders, a little bit further out. The shoulders away, neck is long, so practice a little bit of this. As you're pushing the shoulders away, see if there's any engagement happening in the lower abdominal. Bring gently the rib cage up. And we're going to just do again here, the hips from side to side. And any little jerky movement at the beginning, it's okay. Even me had a little bit of movement there. Just getting the hips a little bit around. And then get from here and just in the lower back, a nice and gentle circling around. Up and back down, up and back down. So there's no pressure onto the hands and the shoulders, more onto the lower back. And feel free to change direction. Well done. And coming back in the middle. So from the drop back, from the flatten back, somewhere in the middle, stop. Good. We're going to do a little bit of lifting the knees off. Okay, I know this is on your wrist. There's option I'm going to show you with the ball. Claire, am I able to do that one? So we're going to lifting the knees off, breathe into hold, and then coming back down. Okay, so take a breath in. Exhale, lift, keeping the back nice and still. Remember, a tray can stay on top of your back. And then we're going down. If you feel it really strong in your thighs or on your shoulder, you need to sway forward and backwards to find the point where you're happy. Okay, so shoulders away, center nicely engaged, lifting from the ribs, lifting it up and hold. And then if you're not feeling your tummy, you either go this way or that way until you feel where is the point when my tummy works a bit stronger. And then going back down. Gonna grab the ball and I give the options for the wrist pain. And if you're happy with that, give me 2 more and see if you can do a little bit more of a holding, or you're bringing your knees out and in, and really engaged from the lower abdominal. So if you're using your hand or using the ball like this, a bit wobbly, so maybe use the wall against, that you're not going anywhere. Finding the hip alignment, nice forward, shoulders relaxed, and we're gonna lift the knees up. And you could do this one, opening and closing. This is quite challenging because the ball doesn't give you a great flexible point, but good luck with that. Take a breath in, exhale, lift, and you can do open and close. Just watch the back when you're doing this, okay? So this is a bit more challenging than without it, but it's definitely taking the pressure away from the shoulders. Relax the toes, sit back down, have a little rest. And we're gonna curl forward and then bending the arms, scooping back, curling the spine forward. And again, you could do this one with the ball. Exhale and inhale. Good. Now we're gonna go for a nice stretch. I do try and without any equipment, but the ball is kind of nice. Sometimes the small ball, the over ball to use to push forward. So if you're bringing your arms forward and aim to put your chin down and then opening a little bit. So the aim to bring the chin down on the mat instead of the forehead. Opens a little bit in the cross back. And the watch point here. So the arms forward. If it's too far from the floor, use blocks. Yeah. And then aim to bring the chin under. And once you're in this position, just tuck the tailbone a little bit under, so you're lengthening your spine and connecting towards the lower abdominal again from here and from the ribs. And you're gonna see and feel there's more room to do. You can relax the shoulders a bit from there. There's a very important point in there that you're not dipping your lower back. So your lower back needs to be lifted in order to lengthen the spine and open into the mid-back. Well done. So just a couple of more breaths in, and even you could feel that you can relax the shoulders, and the mid-back is doing this beautiful opening stretch. Good. And once you've done that, you could come up into high kneeling or kneeling. Let's just sit on there. Let's just sitting down, and we're going to do a bit of head tilt. And I'm back. Good. Now you could put one hand under your bum, and then the opposite side. Which side is going? Yeah, so if you're bringing one hand behind and turning the head, and then very gently, remember no pulling, just feel the weight of your hand. Shoulders down, and neck is long. Well done, and then pushing the head back up, and then switching onto the other side. Good, bringing the heel down. And it's just by sitting on that side, say, even here or even further back, just opening the shoulders and lengthening from here. Well done. Good, and circling back and up and down. Good. Are we ready for the lying down a bit? Let's go a bit of a tummy one. Okay, so lie down on your back. Get any cushions, anything you need underneath your head. Either a small cushion or even nothing. Sometimes I don't use anything, but if your chin is poking up towards the ceiling, you better to have something under your head. And it trains you a little bit to bring the chin down and soften your neck, widen and lengthen the shoulders, okay? All right, so from here, just checking your neutral spine, little tilt, small arch underneath. And then if you have this diamond shape, two hands together, just place it onto your hips, belly button, and then pointing down towards the pubic bone. Now, if the lower back is flattened, that tilts up, so the fingertips are up. If it's too much arched, it's tilting down. Yeah, you see this big arch here from here? Try to find somewhere in the middle. And then if you see this diamond shape in the middle, if I put a glass, it would stay nice and still. Now we're going to just keep this position and opening the knee and fold it back in. This is a nice little warming up, because we've done this a couple of times and I want you to engage towards the pelvic floor. We just do from here, alternate knee open and close. Watch there is no rocking from the hips, and then there's a small arch underneath of your lower back, just like a grape fit underneath, but you can't squash it, and don't let the grape to roll away. Okay, now let's go from sending the leg out, pulling it back in, alternate straight away, going sending it out. And then once you're sending it out, you just still feel the same nice and flattened diamond underneath your belly button. This is where the center sets. This is when we want these muscles to go and work together. Exhale and inhale, sending it out and then back in. And it's nice to send with your heels. You could sending your heel out, and then don't just pull back in and out. Once you're out, use from here, from the center, to draw and pull the knee back in. One more, exhale out, pulling back in. Last one out, and back in the middle. Good. Now, so hopefully you get this nice idea of the lower abdominal. Keep it long and lengthen and widen. More widen you have your base, more support you will get from your core. You're gonna lift both arms up, and we're gonna do some little leg lift with this position. I want you to be a bit aware of your lower back. Nothing changed. Lifting it up and I'm back in. Exhale, inhale. See if you can drop the shoulders. Bring the chin down. And then we're going to come with the opposite arm, just a small lift and down. So adding a bit of scissoring from here. Exhale and inhale. Exhale. Point your toes, you might help just to feel a bit more aware. Well done. And we're going to hold for the next one up into this position, and we're going to do opening the knee, opening the arm. 4, 3, 2, and 1. In the middle and down, switching side, and again out and in, out and in. Really watch the neutral spine. And then we're going to do one more. In the middle and down. Good. Rest the legs a little bit, coming with the arms. We're going to drop the arms back towards the elbow, down towards the mat. You could even do this one on the ball, just lying on the ball. Elbows coming this side. Now watch your neck position and chin. Give a little tuck under and back up in the middle. Exhale, lengthen. And I'm back in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more. And then we're going to hold it down here. And then this is again a nice little shoulder exercise. We're going to flattening the palms back and in. Okay, so hope you're going to see me from here. Aim to bring the back of the wrist down. So not the fingertips, bringing the wrist down. See, it opens from the shoulder. Now, if you start arching, just to aim to put this one down, means it's too strong for you, okay? So bring back into the alignment, soften the ribs, and then place something underneath of your hand, something like that. Yeah, so if you feel this is too deep, feel something which feels good. Okay, and then back up. It's much nicer to have a support and not overarch spine. So bringing the ribs down, chin down. Okay, so working through that tightness, opening there a bit. Exhale and inhale. Still really nicely stretch with the support. And getting into a strengthening one from here, just pulling in together and open wide back. Pulling it in together, open it back. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Let's do one more. Open, fold it back, and just relax it back down. Are you okay, girls? Good. I'm gonna give you one more stretch onto the head and the arms. Again, use the block or use extra cushioning here. I'm gonna just switch a little bit of a direction that you can see from my arms. See, from the nice wide collarbones, bending the arms, flattening it back down, and see if you can reach over the head. And you see if the block is somewhere there, just rest your hand on that block. Bring the ribs down and connect to the center. So there's no arching from here. Softening it back down and bringing the chin down. And you feel the stretch in your shoulders. And then back in. Reaching up. Chin tucking under. Ribs down. And 2 more. And if you want this to be just a permanent, nice little stretch, don't forget to breathe in and out. So chin from here and overarch shoulders and back. Chin tucking under, bringing the ribs down towards the mat, and then a small arch underneath your lower back. Breathing in and out, and then circle it back whenever you had enough of this. It's a strong stretch, so be gentle with yourself. You don't need to be flattened down. I don't have tiny babies now, but when my one were really little, I couldn't even bend my arm further than that. So it will come. You're constantly using these muscles. So stretching and really, really in hard use right now. I'm going to do a little bit of a double tabletop or hundreds today. Okay, so back to the legs. So we're going to lift one leg up. And then remember, when we do double tabletop, the small arch is going to flatten back down. And then you're going to lift the other one next to it. Now, ideally, the knee and the hip stays aligned. If you feel this is too strong, just drop your knees or bringing your knees slightly over. But just watch that you're not peeling too much the bum up. So try to keep the bum down and then the small engagement to the lower back. Okay, so from here, we're going to hold this little position a bit. Reaching with the arms out, don't lift the head up, and just do a little pulsing in there. Now you could count for yourself 5 breaths in, 5 breaths out, and as long as you can in double tabletop, just keep going. Don't over push. If you feel this is suddenly too much what I'm adding to this, feel free to drop one leg. Okay, so just 5 breaths in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you see, I'll keep changing. 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Depends on how tired I am. I make some changes. 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can squeeze your knees together. 2, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5. And one more in, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we're going to give ourselves a nice little cuddle. Coming in, rolling around. Well done. And then give yourself a nice, well done, nice circling around. Good. And then once you finish with this one, bringing your legs down, bringing the arms to the side, and remember the shoulders, which are poking up, you're going to soften a bit. Turning the head to one side, knees together, feet together. So when you're coming up, the feet and ankles stays together. Coming to this side first. Watch the shoulders. If this is gonna peel off, you're going too far with your legs. So bringing your leg back and let this glue down. Breathing in and out. And then gently in the middle. You can lift your heels up a little bit if you want to. And go gentle stretch. And don't lose the connection through your core. So you can gently hold and push down or just control it. When you're coming back, imagine like a towel which is wet and you're going to twist and get the water out. This is how it happens from the tummy. Pulling it back in, bringing the ribs down. Exhale. And inhale. Well done. So bringing up the pointy toes a little bit more challenging, but not much. Feel free to relax and then stretch from the lower back if you're relaxing your legs down. Good. Now back to a little bit of a shoulder bridge. Bringing your feet closer to the bum. Don't need to do really, really close, but close up. Shoulders down. If you have a block under your head, you might want to take off now. And we're going up into a nice articulation. So neutral spine. You're gonna flatten that neutral spine, squeezing on the bum a bit, and then scooping away one vertebrae at a time, shifting the weight towards the knees, and slowly rolling down. Take a breath in and come back to neutral spine. From here, flattening, squeeze into the bum, get engaged to the pelvic floor, and then scoop and peel away, up, up, up. Once you are up and you say, oh my God, this is not comfy for my leg, feel free to adjust. Hands on the hips, and a little bit soften the ribs. Good, hands on the hips, and we're going 8, going up and back down. 2, 3. Now, once you're doing this, just watch your knees. It doesn't go left or right or open. In the middle, if you find it difficult, squeeze them together, okay? Squeeze them together, and then 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then roll gently back down. Come into neutral spine. Open your knees back again, parallel. We're gonna scoop up again. I'm gonna shift the weight to the left side, pushing that left heel a bit stronger down. And we're gonna start lifting the leg out. You see my knee is really parallel with the other leg on my thigh. Just sending it out and back in. Exhale, inhale, good. Sending it out, go back in. 2 more. Well done. You're feeling your bum on the other side. Well done. And back in the middle. Now, if you need a rest, roll down, roll back up. If you're happy, shift the weight to the other side, but don't shift too much, okay? So just feel where the heel is nicely digging down, and off you go out. In 6 is enough. 2, but feel free to do more. 5 and 6. So if you want to do to 8, feel free to carry on 2 more. And here we are. Well done. Bring it down. And then we're going to give ourselves a cuddle, cuddle, cuddle. Good. Now we're going on the tummy. I know the tummy is the least comfortable during this time. I want to go a little bit on the exercise on the lower, on the front as well. If you could just cushion it up, either with the cushions or the ball, just to see it doesn't press too strong on your boobs. I know, not the most comfiest one I could come up with. If you bring your shoulders level with the elbow, and then feel that nice dropping here, sending the tailbone out. So you see I'm lifting from my lower back, and that's the one of the first part we need to kind of see, like protecting this lower back, this lower arch, by engaging to the lower abdominal and then sending the tailbone out. And then from here, you could just rock the hip gently from side to side, or feel the gentle lift from your lower back, from your lower abdominal. Good. Now from here, if you're happy, just push a little bit onto the elbow. So feel that you're lifting a bit away from the cushion, from the ball, but you're still engaging from the lower abdominal. And drop the head. Feel the head heavy. And then give a little gentle movement from the head and then the neck. So you can stop the rocking from the hip. And I'm bringing the head from side to side. You might like to do a little bit of a yes and no, up and down, sorry, the yes, up and down. And then we're gonna come back in the middle, and we're gonna not arch the head like this. We're gonna bring the chin under, and then this part of the neck, we're gonna start lifting and lengthening and connecting to the tummy using the elbow to lengthen. Shoulders away, neck is long, and watch the arch in the lower back. So this is when I'm not using my strengthen my lower back and tummy, and this is when I lift and lengthen. Okay, and then if you feel some shakiness in the shoulders, well done. And we're going down. And again, see if you can start from the lower back, shoulder blades, shoulders, neck, and the head is reaching this way up. Someone's pulling your head, chin gently tucking under. Well done. And then coming back down. All right, now if that tummy is really that bad with the boobs, just gonna do one little stretch, and maybe when you have time to practice this one, it's a nice shoulder stretch. So bringing one hand under the chest, the other one is up in like a V shape, turn or even out to the side. You see in the mirror, just side. And then turning my head, pushing the shoulder down, and I give a little gentle push. And then come back. So this is like a boob killing exercise, but it's really nice for the shoulders and the mid back. Okay, so you start it from here and see if you can build it up to this kind of stretch. Okay, well done. Don't overdo it, but do on both sides. So the arms, sorry if the mics get a bit blurry. So just shoulders back, and then have a gentle push and down. Have a gentle push and then back down. One more. Well done. Okay, so I'm going to show you from here. When we're coming up from here to child pose, turning the toes under, use your head, hands under the chest. From here, the shoulders back, and using the tummy. You see from here, I lift from my hips and my back. No arching, using the strength, using the head to come up into child pose. So really see no pressure on your back and come to child pose. Well done. Good. So from here, couple of curls and uncurls. And then we're going in to thread the needle, lifting the arm up and then going across, going down, bringing it back up. Now when you do this opening, just see from here, okay? So this is not an aim to drop the shoulders there. The aim is to lift the shoulders back, align with the shoulders, and then go through from there, across. Good, and then going on the other side. So from here, if the shoulders pulls back and I drop my trunk like this, feel if you can lift and then give a little push back and then go across back. Good. So do again, 2 more. Well done. Well done. Good. We're going into down dog from here. Okay, I know your wrist might be hurting. Feel free to go to forearms. Hands forward, toes under, and then we're gonna do a nice little stretch into the back. Imagine you pushing the bum up and you wanna drop the chest forward, but don't overdo from the shoulders, just from your chest. Bring the ribs down and get engaged a little bit from your lower abdominal. Now, if this stretch, just pushing the hips from side to side, it's nice. Feel free to do. If you think this is too strong, just rest. If you want to do even more, pushing the heel up and back down. And if you want even more, you could lift one leg up, keep it bent. We're going to do a little bit of on the hip and then see if you can twist it out. And then see if you can push the other heel down. Okay, this might be a bit too strong, so don't hold long. And then gently come back up. If you need rest, have a little rest. And if you're ready for the next one, keep it bent. Just bring it across, pushing the heel down. And send it out. If any pain are coming off them, just to watch you. If any little twinkly lower back pain or your hands are really tired from here, don't do it. There's no point. I'm just showing you a little bit of extra stretch around the hips and hip flexors. Well done. Now, from here, we're gonna go sitting down on our heels. And again, if you have any blocks, anything, books behind your back, just wanna opening the chest a bit and then go. Good, so we went a bit on a posture today. Open and lengthen and see when you're just opening from here, see if the chin goes too high up. Bring the chin gently back into alignment. And you see what overworked from here? My ribs. Yeah, so I really wanted to squeeze the shoulder blades, bringing my chin down and then softening my ribs back down. Really softening it back down. Well done. You see the difference? Now from here, we're gonna lift our bum up a little bit. So again, might be your fist is easier for you girls, but just feel that you're tucking under like a shoulder bridge, and then very gently give a little stretch on your thighs. Yes, so it's coming from here. You feel it opening the quads, shoulders back, softening the ribs, looking gently down. But when you're coming up, of course, your head is just moving with that. And then feel from your thighs, the front of the thighs, the opening and closing down. Okay, so tucking it under, lift gently. And the movement will build up. Now, if you want one more variation of this, you could bring one arm, show you to this side, up and opening. Or we might have done this before. Again, it's strong on the wrist a bit, but it's really nice on the hip flexors and your shoulders. And then back down. And then if you're saying, oh God, this was too strong or too much, feel free to just fold forward and rest. Yeah, so everything with moderation. You could build this one up. You could repeat this exercise every day or every second day, or you can just get some ideas which felt good or feel nice. Well done, girls. So if you have any questions, just message me. I'm just gonna pause the recording.